Park is home to some of the UK's tallest, fastest and biggest rides, with roller coasters that go upside down 10 times, with some that go up to 236 feet and others that have a fish as the train. But with their roller coasters being so huge and gigantic, what if they weren't? And they were actually really small and tiny. Well, today we're going to find out what that would look like, because I am going to be making Thorpe Park roller coasters if they were tiny. We did this last time for Alton Towers roller coasters and you guys seem to enjoy that a lot. Thus, here I am making a part 2, sort of, for Thorpe Park rides. And making these rides tiny is going to be so chaotic. So be sure to watch till the end so you don't miss any of these. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. And 1,500 likes and I'll do this for Blackpool Pleasure Beach, or another park in the UK. Many thanks. Now then, what am I going to make small today? Now I can make anything small, not just roller coasters. Look, I've made myself small now. But these powers only work for Thorpe Park rides today. And of course, a mystery spin wheel is what we're going to be using to decide our first one. So let's give this a spin. Here we go. What are we going to get? Oh. The first ride we have to make tiny at Thorpe Park is the one that is already tiny. Flying fish. And to be fair, last time we did make Octonauts first, because that looks amazing. This time we're going to make flying fish, of course using Planet Coaster 2 as always, and we're going to get the junior coaster. We'll make the station go this way, and then we'll shorten this station all the way down, way shorter than real life, and we once again have a 3-car train with a dragon on the front. Odd looking fish. This coaster being a powered coaster, we're going to try and work through that because obviously that's not in this game, but we'll make it go round there, and then here we have a helix to the left if I remember correctly. We're gonna go up slightly just here and then twist all the way around. Look at that transition. Oh my god. Banking round through the station floor because why not? And then we're going to head down towards the underneath section of this part of the ride. The crazy transition right there. And then we head round the final few turns here, and the station is still really far away. I guess the station is quite long on flying fish, isn't it? I'll make the station slightly longer, and then we go all the way through smoothing it. That turn there is going to be an absolute killer. We'll change the colours of it to match real life, like a dark blue style colour scheme. And I've also made some updates to the train, as you can see. We're flying with the fish now. And here we go, right here. We are ascending up the first turn and flat section, and then we're going to head into the layout like so. Oh, I can't wait for this. Look at this. Oh, we are flying around the corner. Oh, I think we just hit up. Oh, beautiful stuff. Even the transitions are correct. And the fact it rolls back. Here we go, the head snapping turn. Oh, look at that. And then the final corner into the station. Oh, just incredible. Though it does feel like something's missing. Maybe it needs a couple water effects, you know, on this section here. That works. On to the next ride. We started off with an absolute banger. Can we top that now? I'm going to spam my mouse. Here we go. What are we going to get? Please be something good. Stealth. We're going very Amity heavy so far, but I love it for that. I mean, we did make a one-trick pony style coaster second last time as well, which was Oblivion. And it looked pretty good, actually. Go and watch that video in the top right after this video's done if you want to see that. But we're about to start making stealth, if I can find the ride type. I swear this menu, I can never navigate it. We have stealth right here, and of course we're going to shorten down the train to 1.5 cars, okay. And we're going to start with the hydraulic launch all the way down. I say all the way down. Not a very long hydraulic launch, but that will then send us up into the top hat. Now, if I decided to use the preset top hat, that's almost as tall as the actual ride in real life. So we've definitely got to shorten it down like so. And here we go. We're going to go up this section here, twist round. Beautiful stuff. Can we put the banking offset on? Perfect. And this time we go all the way down to the floor, because then we're going to head straight up into that final airtime hill, and that should be the brake run sorted. That can be the little offload platform for the ride as well, and this is mini stealth. Although I feel like the top hat is too big. Let's change that. There it is. You can see it already going at the bottom of the 6 people train. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Look at it go. Up the top hat. Please make it. Oh, it did. Oh, a pretty good speed. And then you head down into the brakes. Why was that actually incredible? Let's get a quick POV of this. As you can see, the lights have gone out. Just imagine it. And here we go. Actually, not that bad. I mean, you can't really go wrong with how short of a ride it is, but if that was at a smaller park, I would quite enjoy that. See, Rita, you could have done a top hat, you just decided not to. That one served as a pleasant surprise, so let's see what is next. Here we go, please be a good ride. Ugh. I mean, I meant a good ride as in that we can build, not a good ride in real life, but it did not understand me in both meanings. This is going to be terrible. But then again, last time the Smiler did work out quite well, so... The station is in. We have the small train, as you can see, lap bars on this one. Maybe the smaller version will be better. We're going to start heading up that lift hill. I've climbed this lift hill. Not the tiny one, but the big one. Not that one either. And here we go. I'm already going to say we have reached the top right there. And we're going to start curving already because I want this to be as small as it can possibly be. We're going into the vertical loop. Look how big this one's going to be if I can find the right thing. That is taller than the lift hill itself. These tiny coasters don't even work in this game, let alone real life. Down into the airtime hill, and then we're going to go into the Cobra roll. Mind your heads, because they're going to go... Corkscrews going over the top of the airtime hill. I'm surprised I can even fit this in. And there is where you get your photo taken as we go round into the quadruple barrel rolls. And these are going to be something to try and make. I mean, considering I just did that in a minute, I don't think that's too bad. My one fear is that when I smooth it out, it's just going to completely turn into straight track. And quite hilariously, I think I've done this wrong because I've now got to link the turn all the way around there. This is why I never finished the Colossus recreation, but I have finished this one, as you can see right here. I love this huge gap. So much space for the hot dog stand and the path, and we're going to send it for a test now the track is complete. I don't know if it's going to get round, especially not with that lift hill speed, but we can try it anyway. Here we go. Round the first corner and down the drop. Please make it. The vertical loop. Oh, we're fine. We're sorted for the whole layout. Airtime hill, Cobra roll. Oh, that was... Oh. Okay. The corkscrews. That wasn't too bad. Maybe it was. Yeah, it was. It was bad. And then the final section. Here we go. Even I feel like my head's been hurt. We have a nice break slowing down for this turn. And then one final inversion here. Wow. That was appalling. Looks quite good off-ride, but when you head on-ride, it really isn't. Sounds like the real thing. Time for the next ride now. We've had Colossus. What next? I am absolutely spamming my mouse. You can hear it. And we get the Swarm. I think this one could work out very well, but the train is going to look very silly. As we can see right here, look at this train. Just 3 rows. That is what we're working with, and we're going to head straight up the lift hill all the way to probably, I think there's about realistic, and head straight down into the wing over drop. I have actually recreated this in Planet Coaster 1, so I should know what I'm doing, although I don't actually know if it goes this way or the other way. We'll run with it. Under the plane wing, and then we're going to head up into the 0G roll. Incline loop coming right up. As you can see, it's sort of going over the station, which isn't real, but none of this is. Go down into the turn that's very intense, and then goes through the incline loop through a corkscrew. and then we go right over the station where everyone and their nan and the pigeon outside seems to scream every single time. There's never a time that they won't scream. And then we link it up like so. This looks really stupid, but because of things like Mandrill Mayhem that are kiddie B&M wing coasters, it actually doesn't look that bad. Let's see how it rides. I've added some minor theming to the ride and some effects to go with it, and here you go. Here is the Swarm. Like I said, minor theming, nothing major. The restraint is down and we are off up the lift hill of the Swarm, the tiny Swarm, cresting over the top. And we're going to barrel roll all the way down, diving down to the floor. Look at that. Look at the hang time on that. Incredible stuff. Through the 0G roll. An explosion underneath where the fire engine would be. I did ignore the fact we went through the track. A little bit of a water splash there. The corkscrew. Wow, isn't it just incredible? And then that final section. Into the mid-course. And then round into the brake run. I genuinely think, if you know what heartlining is, where you go through a barrel roll and your body stays in the exact same place but you move around it, I think that's what that turn just did with the seat I was sat in. Look at this. It literally didn't move. I feel like that was somehow worse than the Colossus one, and that was pretty hard to beat. So let's see if this next one, the final one, will be any better. And here we go, one click to spin. Oh, the tallest, the fastest, the biggest. Hyperia. You know what? We will take that. So I feel like this one might actually be alright. Although I'm pretty sure I've said that for every single one of these. And look what they've become. Now you might be thinking, why have you only built 5 of the Thorpe ones and a couple of the Towers ones? We're missing Nemesis, we're missing Inferno as well. Maybe the wheel just doesn't like Nemesis rides. We're missing Rita, Saw the Ride. Well, we're going to do a part 3, technically, where I'm going to build those missing ones, but tiny, and maybe even sprinkle a few more in there from other parks around the country. So yes, stay tuned for that by subscribing. But let's get on to the beast that is Hyperia. And luckily we have the model for this in the game, I'm almost called it a B&M, the Mack Hyper Coaster. And we're going to start maybe just a bit further away, because this is a big ride, but we are making it smaller. As you can see, place down the station, and then we're going to make the station even. It just doesn't exist. It's particles. That is how small I have made it. But no, we'll bring that back. And as you can see, we have a 2-car Hyperia. We will, of course, exit out the station and turn instantly to the right, doing the outer bank. I feel like that's actually normal size. We need to make that smaller. There we go. That's more like it. And we're only going to make this ride about as tall as maybe these sections of lift hills here. About there, which is more than half the height off of it normally. And of course, we need to head into that huge twisted drop. We've twisted this so much in a short amount of space already that the supports are literally going through the track. It just can't fathom it. Go up into the Immelman where you get a bit of airtime from, like so. And I don't think on that section of the ride we're going to need those trim brakes that they tried to install. Here's the fun one though, the rollback king. This section of the ride where it goes outer banking round and then comes straight back in. I can't even place that. Straight back by rolling in on itself, doing an inversion whilst it does that. The dive loop stall right there into the splashdown. I don't even know if we need... Oh, I'm under the ground and I can't move. Help. I don't know if we need the brakes on this section because it's probably already going to be going slow anyway, but we'll do that regardless. And I can't lie, this is actually seeming somewhat decent so far because I remember building this in Planet Coaster 1 and it was very similar to this in the way that you would bank inwards very close to where the dive loop enters and then go around like this. But I have realized that the station is completely the wrong way. We can fix that. And there we go. That is mini Hyperia, tiny Ria, all done and dusted. And as you can see, that first turn out the station probably looks quite similar to real life with the way it draws out. And then the rest of the layout, no way. I mean, I literally smoothed out the first drop a little bit and it twisted it the other way. Thank you, Planet Coaster. But after all that, let's have a go on this ride then. As you can see, outer banking right at the start. You can wave at the queue line and then we head up into the what was 236 feet tall lift hill, but is now probably about 70 feet. Here we go. God, I feel like I'm actually on it. The catwalk's on the right side, everything, and down the drop. There we go. Oh. Immelman was very, very quick. Is he going to roll back? No, didn't fancy it. Not realistic enough. The dive loop. Good hang time there. The splashdown. You know what? The ending, those speeds, especially slowing that fast on the brake run, were not actually that bad. I feel like the little jolt there was enough, and then these sections here. You know what? I actually quite like that. When you're actually riding it, a lot of the twists just feel like they go on forever, or you're twisting one way for ages, then the next. I think as these rides go, this might be one of the best looking ones, because you can tell it's just a mini version of Hyperia when it goes up into this outer bank. Oh. We made it more realistic. Fearless Valley is now the real name of this area. I definitely think that all of these, no matter how you look at them, do look like just smaller versions of each ride. Like, they don't look unrecognizable. They just look really stupid and sometimes awful. As said, if we hit 1,500 likes, I'll be doing one for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. And in the future, I will be doing that video where I make the ones we've missed in these 2 episodes. And then who knows, maybe we'll start making these rides, but way bigger. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. And have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.